Good morning, children. So let us continue with the class. In the previous class, we have discussed until page number 83, stethoscope. Today, let us discuss microscope. I think we have got few more topic. We'll try to finish up this chapter by this period. Microscope, syringe, X-ray machine, anesthesia, immunology, and some other medical discoveries. All right, let us see microscope. In 1595, Zacharias Janssen made an instrument called flea glass. Underline that the year, the name, and the invention, the discovery. It became very popular among children. Soon, Galileo, the famous Italian scientist, came across this toy. He used the idea of combining two lenses to make a device called microscope. Okay, so it was basically Galileo who invented this microscope, but however, the first stage of microscope was invented by this Zacharias Janssen. He was the one who made this flea glass, and later on, Galileo, when he found this flea glass, it was he who combined two lenses to make this microscope. The microscope uses different types of lenses to give an enlarged view of tiny objects that are not visible to the naked eye. Underline that. What is the use of a microscope? What does it do? The importance of microscope lies in its ability to view germs which could never be seen with the naked eye. Many germs which are carried through water causing diseases like cholera and jaundice have thus been identified. So it's because of microscope that the germs which causes this type of deadly diseases. Nowadays we have the medicines, the cure for it, but there was a time when people you know lost their life due to this type of diseases, as because it wasn't caught that what was the disease that they were really suffering from. Infections in the body are also identified through blood tests, which help to identify germs that carry particular diseases. Today, a microscope is used to examine blood, urine, etc. So basically, it was Galileo who took the invention of Janssen into the next level and discovered this microscope, because of which the tiny objects which are actually not visible to our naked eye can be seen, and such as germs and all. Next, we have syringe. Charles Gabriel Pravez and Alexander Wood. They were the first to develop a syringe with a needle fine enough to pierce the skin in 1853. Syringe is also another important instrument when it comes to medical instruments. Today, the vaccination that we are taking for this, what do you call it? Coronavirus, COVID. All those vaccines and all are mainly done through syringe. So if syringe wouldn't have been invented, don't know what would have been then. So it was Charles Gabriel Pravez and Alexander Wood who developed syringe in 1853, and many of the technical difficulties which were faced in experimenting with blood transfusion were removed by the invention of the hypodermic syringe with its hollow pointed needle. It was first used to inject morphine as a painkiller. Underline the last sentence. It was first used to inject morphine as a painkiller. X-ray machines, maybe at times you have visited this particular department or this particular machine. Maybe you have seen this for yourself, or maybe with your parents or relatives in the hospital when you visit. Generally, supposingly, this actually gives a picture. X-ray machine gives a picture of the inside of a person's body. Okay, so in order to identify, for example, say if there is any kind of a fracture in the bones and all. So let's see. X-ray machine and scanner. X-ray machine is an apparatus which gives a picture of the inside of a person's body. X-rays are especially important for identifying fractures of the bones. Sophisticated machines like CAT scan, CAT scan, and MRI. What is the full form of CAT? Computerized axial tomography. And MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. Underline those abbreviation. What does CAT stand for? What does MRI mean? So this machines, they enable the doctors to understand the problem of internal organs like the brain and the heart. So see, in a human being, we have got so many organs inside. Generally, why a person may look fit from outside, but however, he or she may be suffering from some, internal damages. So in order to get hold of all those difficulties that a person is facing internally, this is where this machine plays the role. X-ray machine, CAT scan, MRI, and all. Anesthesia. New discoveries and inventions have increased the lifespan and improved the medical treatment that an individual gets during his lifetime. The operations would not have been possible without the discovery of anesthesia. Patients to be operated are given anesthesia so that they do not feel any pain while being operated upon. So basically, anesthesia is a kind of a what do you call? You can call it as a medicine, a medical treatment which is given to a person. So now, especially when in terms of operation or when there are stitches and all need to be done, it what it does is that the skin, okay, the area where operation has to be done, that portion or the area where cut has to be done, that portion becomes senseless, feelingless, so that you don't feel any pain, you don't feel any kind of what do you call difficulty. Even the person may be stitching in front of you, supposingly, say you got a cut, and you need stitch in that portion that's nearby, that where the stitch has to be done. If it is a small stitch, anesthesia is not required, but if it is a big stitch, where the cut is big, then anesthesia will be injected so that you don't feel pain. That area becomes, feelingless, senseless. It will be numb without any feeling. Next, you have immunology. We have immunology, medical discoveries, and basic healthcare. All right, these three topics we will be doing tomorrow. Let's not rush. We'll keep it up to anesthesia. Just read the text, okay? And those key points which are at the end of the chapter. See you all then tomorrow in the next class. God bless you all.